Hi, it's Gerald again. I'd asked some of our customers and also some of our prospects and dear friends, what are the biggest challenges out there in scaling revenue organization and also scaling companies? The majority of the people mentioned that having the right standard operating procedures or the right playbooks, however you want to call them, having them in place, that's the secret sauce. So I thought a little bit, what can I tell you about standard operating procedures? And first of all, I'd like to start a little bit, what's the challenge out there on the market right now? And we see 4 challenges there. And one is definitely that implementing processes is super hard. It's not easy to build up revenue processes, sales processes. It's hard and takes the majority of the companies super long. So that's crystal clear. And also companies and sales teams, they search years for the ideal process. It takes them so much time to figure out what works and what doesn't. This leads to a very long ramp up time for sellers and the problem that there is no access to proven standard operating procedures. To which challenges does this lead? From an organizational point of view, also TechCrunch identified 5 main challenges. One is identifying KPIs and data. The second challenge is people. The third challenge is documentation and enablement. The fourth challenge is processes. And the fifth one is tooling. And in this post here, I go specifically on documentation and enablement and processes and even linking these 2 together. And this is super crucial if you want to scale your revenue team and in general your whole organization. You need a stellar process in place because all these challenges result really in this dreaded and endless search of the ideal process. And it's hard to find perfection, obviously, which you all know. And this is why standard operating procedures come in so handy. This is why they are used so nicely, and especially predefined standard operating procedures from teams and companies you know which worked already. So what do I mean by that? And what do I want to give to today? The thing is, build your standard operating procedures as you grow, adopt them as you need, and execute and apply them as often as possible so everyone in your team is aligned and is on the right track. So the conclusion is really, use a predefined standard operating procedure like a playbook for onboarding, for example. We did that as well. With onboarding, it dramatically helps the new joiners to get some structure. And so you onboard them faster, you reduce the ramp time. We have seen that you can reduce the ramp time from 9 months to 6 months, which is insane because you are 3 months earlier productive and your team can produce 3 months earlier revenue. Another standard operating procedure, for example, is how your team and especially your sales team handles meetings. What are you doing before the meeting? What are you doing during the meeting? What are you doing after the meeting? All these things can be put and should be put into standard operating procedures to make this whole machine working. If you have any questions, feel free to ping me anytime and looking forward to your feedback. What kind of standard operating procedures do you use? Would be really curious to see where you already use standard operating procedures / playbooks in your organization. Take care. Bye bye.